Hello, and welcome to Hanging with Hexwave, a replacement series for Life's Little Chromats because Chromasurge is dead, because I killed him. Anyways, moving on. I've been busy the last little while because January was all of January, and if you didn't notice, I was uploading songs every day. That was lots of fun. Go check them out if you want. I'll put the playlist in the description if I remember. And yeah, so from that, I got a lot of practice doing a lot of things that I haven't done before. One of them being, which I wanted to cover in this video, the input on the Minifreak being used as like kind of a effects thing for external things, namely the Syntakt in this case. It's lots of fun. It's mostly good at making ugly, distorted crap like I like to make, if you're aware of my music at all. So, yeah. These videos are probably going to just be... I think a lot of them I'm going to maybe try making sounds from scratch. So probably a lot of the ones in the future are going to be like that. But yeah, this was a topic that I wanted to cover. So if you're interested in the Minifreak or just kind of want to see what it can do with the input, which is something that people don't really talk about a lot, then go ahead and watch. And we'll see where that goes. Also, you'll notice that I found my webcam in my basement. It's crap, but you know, it lets me do multicam stuff. So here's my hands. And here we are. So... first things first, we have to, so the input is set as like an oscillator type, so you have to switch to it. First of all, for audio in, I have the audio coming from the Syntakt out into this adapter, so that I can have stereo in, because it's only one input on this. So if you just get one of these adapters, they're not very expensive. I've had one sitting around for a while, so I just use it for that. And yeah, so with the input, so right now I'm just on this. So what I've done is I've made a preset for input so that I don't have to go and set everything up every time. So if you don't know how to quickly skip through stuff, hold shift and turn the knob and it'll let you change the filter of what type of preset you want to select. So there is an option for external in, so the one I've made is on that. Oops, I was too slow. Go to external in, click. So now it's the preset filter set to external in. So if I just move this, boom, it goes to my external in one, and it's the only option. I can't change to anything else. And now that is selected. So you'll notice if I use my Syntakt, no sound comes out. Because the weird thing about this, there's a couple weird things, but the first thing we'll say is that it won't make any sound unless the keyboard is playing. So the main thing to do is press a key and then hit hold so that it's constantly holding a key down. So it's a little weird. I kind of wish that they had an option to just be constantly monitoring the input without having to tie it to the keyboards. But you get what you get, and maybe they'll change it with an update. The other weird thing is that it actually gets louder the more keys that are held. So that's another thing to keep in mind. And because you can do two oscillators, if you go to the second oscillator, and you can, it actually will be playing those notes. So technically you could be playing like a melody over top of external stuff, but it's kind of weird because you either have to have hold on, which means that it's just going to drone everything, or you have to have it not on, which we'll show you what it does there. So let's turn this up. Press play here. Like it only plays while you're pressing keys. So that doesn't really work for a lot of things. So anyways, that's a little weird. But anyways, we'll just ignore all that. Turn that back down. go back to this. So then shift hold 1. Oops, I pressed the wrong thing. Hold, there we go. Okay, so when you're on input, so type as audio in, wave is a wave folder. So basically, the audio in is the same as their destroy filter, which is pretty awesome because we'll get into it later. But the wave will be the wave folder. But the thing is, when decimate and noise are also all the way down, it actually just basically acts as a line volume. So if you start by default and you can't hear anything, it's because you got to turn the fold up. Just turn that up, and now it's just like a line volume. So you can turn decimate up to decimate the incoming audio from the Syntakt, and the noise get real grungy, which is just lovely. And then you got the filter on here. You can run through the awesome analog filter on the Minifreak. Do whatever you want. I'm just running one of my old jams from June, if you want to check that out. It's yeah, maybe I'll put a link to it or something, but it sounds kind of like Doom. It's kind of fun. Anyways, so another thing you can do is, now that, say, distort it with the decimate and noise here, you actually can go to the second oscillator and change it to destroy, and now you got a second destroy, which is just awful but amazing at the same time. The filter makes some real nice sounds when stuff gets really distorted. And then even after that, you can go to effects and change the effects to a bit crusher, and then you got another bit crusher on top of that. Make some just crazy, like, noise soundscapes with this. Be really good for sampling stuff into the Digitakt. Sorry, Digitakt. And then if I want to go back to the start, I can just click to reload. Now I'm just back at default. So another thing you can do is run it through the, you can run it through this FM ring mod thing, which is pretty ugly. But it also takes into account what chords are being pressed, so you can hear it playing there. So that's a bit of an issue, I guess. But there might be certain scenarios where that works out. Another good one, though. Surgeon filter's pretty cool. Get multiple filters going on, and you can do stuff with the filter on the Syntakt itself too. And then phaser sounds really nice. Run it through chorus too, maybe. comb filter's pretty cool. So you can actually kind of hear the filter when you're on the comb filter. See? Anyways, yeah, there's a lot of weird options you can do with it. But yeah, you can even run like LFOs to modulate stuff too. Like, I don't know, quickly get LFO 1 here. I'm gonna turn off this comb filter. But I don't know. Whatever. Do a bunch of wacky stuff. I'm kind of getting lost here, and I'm pretty tired. But you kind of get the point here. You can do lots of cool stuff with it, running through the effects and crushing the hell out of everything, and playing little melodies and stuff if you want. You can put envelope stuff on things, and yeah, honestly, I'll just kind of end it there. This was kind of a weird one, but you know what? It's been a while since I've done these, and I got like a lot of things going on here with this new setup, so I'm kind of discombobulated. But I'm gonna come back and do a video making sound from scratch next time, I think. Also, I've been working on some new songs, using bits and pieces from the January jams. So that'll be nice. And I got my new EP coming up March 3rd, so watch for that. All right, have a good one, and thanks for watching. Bye.